Are we ready, guys, for some nice content release party all together? You can hear it in the background, the new UI music, and with that, guys, welcome to tonight's special event. It is release day on rFactor 2. Quartal 1 2022 got released, got underway, and well, we are about to find out what it is. And with that, welcome guys to today's, well, it's not exactly a watch party how it says at the top, but we're going actually to be on our very own multiplayer server. Big thank you to Dennis Jordan for setting it all up, and you guys have the chance to get it going by checking out the Q1 release pack on Steam. And well, this is what is inside. We are going to be on the Daytona road course, so it's Daytona and a road course and the oval. Obviously, that's got released. However, there's more new content. There is the BMW M4 GT3, the IndyCar Dallara IR18, and the brand new Ligier JS P320 LMP3 car. As much as there is an update for the already existing Norma M30 LMP3 car. We're going to join the server soon, and we're going to use all of these content, all of these new cars to go around the track with fellow people from rFactor 2. So let's get this going. The Norma M30 LMP3 car has found itself being a little bit overhauled, as the new Ligier JS P320 has been released, which meant, well, you know, that meant that the LMP3 had to be updated as it was before, just to make sure that when both cars are around, there is a balance of performance, that both cars operate the same way, that both cars are kind of raceable with each other. And I think we're going to be, well, we're going to find out how well this went, as we are joining our server right now on to see who is already with us, and there is a couple of people according to my server control, which is great. Oh no. Thankfully, just a glitch. Anyway, while I am typing the admin's stuff, I mean, need to do it all the time anyway, but we are now jumping into the car on the LMP3 car. There's not much that we can really do, or that we want really to do. We can do a lot, obviously, on the setup, but I just keep it, you know, pretty much plain the same default setup. We will reduce the tire pressure as per usual and check that the brake pedal is up. That is great, and everything else we just keep, because we want to kinda understand and see what the car is looking like and what the car is behaving like. And with this, we just set our camera up to be nice and sharp. There we go. And then you guys enjoy the full view here from Daytona. Before we actually 100% do so, the usual things. That would be some interesting one to fix, Studio 397, if the car specific FFB multiplier would not turn back to 100% every time you jump into a car. Either way though, we're gonna get going with the LMP3 now. This is the already existing Norma M30 LMP3, and well, we're going out on the Daytona road course. This is pit road, as one can clearly see. I'm gonna keep moving the seat to my desired LMP3 position. Well, general LMP position is like pretty much forward, but anyway, don't be intimidated here on the road course. This is not yet the pit exit. You are still going in pit limiter condition, going around this left-hander where you probably have to brake a little, and this is where you can finally release the pit limiter and get going. as we are out with the LMP3 car onto the track, and astonishing, isn't it? It looks so good. It looks so real with a 3D laser scan. Do you see the jumbo jet over there? Oh, nearly. I actually missed the corner. I'm so sorry. So much focusing on that jumbo, and now I'm a jumbo myself. But hey, actually I made it to the turn. Holy F, this grass is slippery. Cully, I assume the price of €16.80 will stay for the majority of the time, and will probably only get lowered for sales. Squirrel, actually, welcome everyone. Lance Allen as a member on our YouTube channel, Emoji XS member. Lance, thank you so much for the support. Thank you for becoming a member here with us on the channel. As we're going for, well, I think it's called Le Mans meanwhile instead of Bus Stop, but oh well, whatever it is. And as soon as we are talking about the Ligier car, we can start comparing those two, because there is some background information that we want to know all about. Anyway, I also have to thank Renzo Uhlenbrock for becoming a follower here on our Twitch channel. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for sharing the time with us. So, first timed lap we're going to do ever around Daytona into the International Horseshoe. I think it is turn 3. This time I'm not gonna watch at the jumbo jet. This time I'm gonna make the turn into turn 5. A very tight corner. Like, if you are used to the iRacing to the iRacing track, then you may find this corner a little more open there. To me it feels a bit tighter, but maybe that's just because it's the first time I ever really drive it on rFactor 2. Anyway, Crazy Birds, what server am I on? Just type in !join into the chat and the bot will tell you how to get on this server. As we're taking the Le Mans chicane for the very first time, a bit better. You really feel that the tires are now heating up. The pressure of the tires coming up, which makes the car less bouncy. Oh no! So, for some reason the Twitch bot does not seem to work yet. Again, can someone from YouTube type an !join, please, to get that link out, or to get that information out? Yeah, bot is not doing things it usually should do. Alternatively, if you guys jump onto on the YouTube channel, in the description of the video you will find the login credentials. Actually, the server is called MH10 Release Party. Thank you so much, James, for typing the !join. I need you guys' help on this for tonight, I'm afraid. So, MH10 Release Party is the server name on rFactor 2. It's no password on it, so you can just straight jump in and join us. And you may need all the content. So, 41.1 is the first time that we did here with our LMP3. Oh no, I can see a Dallara car wrapping a bit back and forth. Is the server already on its maximum capacity again? That shouldn't be the case. Ay, 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 ay. So, classic LMP3, the Norma. Very interesting on these brakes when turning in, as we see two Indy cars ahead of us. I'm afraid I need to do something about these servers. Can't even know why they are clocking so high. Mr. Jordan. So, one final dance, one final lap with that Norma M30, and then we get onto the Ligier and compare them both. First, I want to get a good lap in. Mart BK, thank you for the follow here on our Twitch channel. Really appreciate your time. So early enough on the brakes this time. Again, that Norma just likes to swing the rear around a lot. What is new to both cars is that they now have an traction control that can be adjusted. Which obviously doesn't help if you die, just like I did. Okay, let's get on with the Norma LMP2, LMP3, not Norma. It was such a long day, such a bad Monday. So yeah. Jerome, on my Discord community server there is a voice channel, but I am currently not sitting on that yet. So, before we get going with this though, let me quickly see what I can still do to the server so that it has a little bit better performance. So we are looking real quick. I still encourage you guys to join though, as we should still have some fun all together. So looking to see, looking forward to see you guys on here. So god damn it. So I really appreciate your guys' times tonight, and hope that you will enjoy racing with us. That's fairly interesting. So that's rFactor 2 server is, well, not reacting at all in that instance I'm on, which is great. Copy, so I guess nothing more I can do at this stage. It's a shame. We are trying again. Close this. Close this. Okay, everything I can do. Hopefully it's going to be fixed now. Okay, guys, I'm going to be back. I'm sorry. So, And now guys, welcome to the Ligier JS P320 that comes here now to rFactor 2, just like the Norma M30 that also has been updated. You will find some interesting tools on the Ligier JS P320, which is there is a sprint high downforce, a sprint low downforce, and a Le Mans aero package. So that's not too much news from the general content when it comes down to packages and upgrades. However, the Norma and the Ligier both had to go into a balance of performance altogether, and this is the result of it. So we now have LMP3, two LMP3s with a high downforce config, low downforce config, and the Le Mans aero package. And of course the Le Mans aero package, since we have 3 slow turns, 1 fast flat out king, actually 4 slow turns, and other than that just plain straight and a bus stop chicane. The downforce that we did have, or that we do have on the Le Mans aero package, is more than sufficient. So with the LMP3 Norma, we were able to do a 141.1 in the first couple of laps, then slightly dropping towards a 41.5 ish. So we are now about to check out what is the Ligier JS P320 doing like. So the key question is, how good is the balance of performance overall? And we're going to have a look on this as we are just one really sees that this is all HTML. Oh, this is already set. Great. 50 liters, also great. So let's just get out here on the LMP3, on the new one, on the Ligier. So first of all, these cars are quite a little bit different than you probably would expect. In fact, the engine is completely the same in terms of specification and in terms of energy data and stuff like this. But I think also in fuel consumption. But what these cars are completely different is the chassis. So the Ligier is a fair bit stiffer in the back, and generally speaking, a little bit more rigid as a chassis itself. However, that benefits the lap time in the first lap, because a stiffer rear means there is just a little bit more rotation that you get from the overall chassis into the turns. And let's see whether we can make use of that actually. Both LMP3s, the Norma and the Ligier, are still on the old tire model. As far as I understand, it was planned to make them ready for the new one. However, things have not gone too well, as we've seen it with the Le Mans Virtual Series already. On the LMP2 there was the new tyre model indeed, but they had to change the car quite a lot before the season started. So it's not like that you just, you know, put the new rFactor 2 tyre model on it and be great to go. It's quite a bit more than this, and so far it didn't seem like things were going too well overall, as we have Darius Andre passing us on the top lane here in the IndyCar. rFactor 2 says it's a new tyre model. I'll have to do some research on it if it is. I think to me it feels like it's the old one, especially with the Norma M30. It felt like being the old one, but I may be wrong. I may potentially be wrong. So this is the other thing, like new tire model or old tire model, you're most likely only finding out in the long run. Additionally, what both cars now got is traction control. Remember, the old Norma basically had no driving aids whatsoever, so neither ABS, which it still doesn't have, and neither a traction control. Now both cars do have a traction control, as you can see right now when going up on the traction control counter. 11 positions of traction control and a 0 that is traction control off. I'll just keep with a traction control 5. That's what I had with the Norma M30 as well. And we're gonna explore a little more on this Ligier actually, and you see it with the car just being so much more rigid. The steering wheel of mine is shaking a lot more than it was with the Norma, which is a clear sign that the Norma was just plain overall a bit softer. Tom Carroll, thank you so much for your YouTube channel subscription. Yeah, Yanni, to me it feels the same, like the same old tire model. Especially what has not changed at all is that medium tire. You can see it. We've done one timed lap already. It's still not up to temperature. It is on the back due to the rear end going over the banking. Especially the rear right is heating up a lot due to that. But overall the tires is just not there, which means that it's the second lap. The second time lap is most likely being a lot faster. Anyway, Bim Bam Gaming, thank you for the follow, and also Cisco, really appreciating your follow as well. Jens Hofer, thank you for your subscription on the YouTube channel, much appreciated. So you can see it, we're roughly a tenth quicker than in the Norma before, 1.5 tenths. Let's see if we struggle the same way into the Le Mans chicken. No, this time it's better, especially on the throttle. The car is a bit more responsive due to its rigidity in the back on the chassis. Let's see what the straight line speed is doing. Minus 22. 100. It is kind of exactly the same speed. So in base configuration, it's jumping up and down a little. We did a 140.8. Remember, the other lap in the LMP3 of us wasn't that sufficient. But on the first look, one needs to say this is a quite close balance of performance they have created for two cars. Now obviously you can say how hard can it be to create a balance of performance for two cars. Remember though, it has to be done for the high downforce setup, the low downforce setup, and the Le Mans aero package, and that makes it quite a bit more difficult rather than, you know, just balance of performance in one car around the track for a single package. No, you have to balance them both, and in best case for multiple tracks. Look at that! There was that jumbo jet again. Anyway, Maros, oh dear, Rozovsky, thank you so much for your subscription on the YouTube channel. Much appreciating the support. And if you guys are watching here on the YouTube channel or on Twitch, type in ! join into the chat. Please someone from YouTube do it, so that people see that you just need to fire up your rFactor 2, look for the MH10 release party server, and then get going to race with us here a little bit in a free practice session. You can get all 4 cars and the track for €16.80 if you follow the link of the Q1 package in the description area below, or of course you can find the dedicated link to the car if you're just looking for it. I gotta say though, the balance of this Ligier is generally speaking just so much better. Have you seen how I was sliding around with a Norma, especially when being off the throttle? So really appreciate the balance of this car. And in general, I gotta say, the LMP3 has been quite interesting to drive, the old Norma M30. So far, everything of that interesting driving behavior is just gone. Remember, we're still on the default setup, but usually this car, it kind of rotated nice when you get into the turn. As soon as you got onto the throttle, you just got that big chunk of oversteer, and that is completely gone. It's completely inexistent here in the Ligier. One got to say though, the Ligier tends to do a bit more understeer on acceleration, especially when you go here through the Le Mans chicane. The car is just a bit lazy on the front compared to the Norma, but overall it's a more neutral balance, which I do appreciate. Lucas Schäfers, you just bought the Q1 pack, glad to get they gave us the option. Yeah, I agree. Tiltaf and Jodex, thank you both for the follow-up here on the Twitch channel. And you see, oh, I bonked the wall on the inside, sorry about that. That completely throws me off. What you can clearly see, as I hope you can see that, not that I just forgot to shoot stuff back up, you can actually see it. From the lap times though, the LMP3 is, I think, just a little bit faster than the GT3s. Let's have a look. I'm doing a 140.8, and Christian Michael, I think, in the BMW M4 GT3, which we're testing as well, of course. Just 2.5 seconds off, so very good endurance racing stuff possible with this car. Bim Bam Gaming, how to get in touch with me privately. You can type in !Discord, then you'll find an inviting link to my Discord channel. And on the Discord channel, then you can click my name and PM me. Mesfigas, the new tire of the IndyCar is a pleasure to drive. Oh, 3 wide. Woo. With Ruben Correa Alves around the outside in the IndyCar. Proper multi-class car driving. It's a bit of madness. I agree. Okay, I'm guilty on putting up a madness multi-class, but it is what it is. Yeah, just about fine. Oh no. Wait, what? So that Streamlabs explanation mark worked then. Can you try explanation mark? Oh, yeah, the command didn't update. I forgot about that. Please catch Ahonen. I would probably need to do a few setup clicks to catch him. I don't know what he's racing on, but I'm just on the default setup. I can give it a go. Bim Bam Gaming, sadly the explanation mark joint does not work. Justin, is it possible to set up multi-class endurance races with AI and rFactor 2? What do you mean exactly? That you are racing against AI in an endurance race? I think so too. They just won't change drivers, obviously. They will just drive. But yes. Oi. Okay, I'll do one final lap. As Bill just pointed out, that can be a bit of an issue with those. Anyway, guys, as we are here in bigger numbers now, there's also some little announcement I'm able to do. I'm very proud to be able to announce that a setup shop has been created again. So obviously rFactor 2 community knows that there were setup shops before, but now there is a new one, which I am affiliated to, and we got a couple of setups already available, and soon also got a setup for the BMW M4 GT3 around the Daytona road course. Effectively, it's already done and still needs to be updated. But if you guys want to check out, in the meanwhile, www.improveyourlaptime.com, everything written together, no spaces, no points, no dashes, nothing. www.improveyourlaptime.com, and yeah, feel free to check out. We got setups for Formula Pro, for Formula E, for all sort of GT3s, GTEs, some LMP2s, stuff like this. So feel free to join these pages. And you know what? I'm just going to do box. Taking a little bit of fuel. We're going to do a pit stop, and then we try to attack Mr. Pauli's time. It is such a wide open pit road. I think you can lose quite a bit of time if you're doing stuff wrong. Okay, before we just sit here and wait, I'll just clacky escape and get back out going. I'm gonna give it a final blow before... Ow. Okay, something bad about this camera position is surely the fact that I don't see the entirety of the car. Next up, we're gonna jump into the BMW M4 GT3, which I'm looking very much forward to. Soltsux, thank you for another super chat with 400 Hungarian UF, whatever that name stands exactly for. Much appreciated that, buddy. So there is actually an LMP3 Ligier behind us, and I'm just gonna give it one shot, then we're gonna jump a little bit into external onboard view, where we have a short resume on the car, and then we will see how rFactor 2 will use them in the future. No, Olivier, I'm not going to race competition system today, gonna do this tomorrow. Finian, explanation mark wheel gets you over to the Akira GP, which is the steering wheel of us. It is indeed a replica of the Mercedes F1 wheel. So let's go, give it everything we can. Probably, I'd still say that the second lap is quicker, and maybe I'm just gonna do a second lap. Should get this international horseshoe a bit more fluent next lap, would be great. And then we're gonna jump into the BMW M4 GT3. And that's going to be an interesting car I'm looking forward to, as all these GT3s, I don't want to say they have a little bit of a flaw, but if you guys remember the GT, not just locked up, the GT Challenge, the GT Pro back then, and the Audi was just so reluctant to stay stable. Oscar, I'm not 100% sure really if the wheel is worth the money. Probably I'd say Not entirely. I just doesn't feel like I just don't feel like it's manufactured well enough for the amount of money. Okay, so we're now attacking the lap time of Mr. Pauli Ahonen, but as a second quicker. Oof. Hello there, Mario. Thank you for joining tonight to the release party of the new content here on rFactor 2. Not really faster. That is a bit overdone for sure as well. Yeah, not really quicker. I think I can find a 10th, maybe 2, but that will be pretty much it. How does the Norma feel? So the Norma feels a bit more oversteery compared to the Ligier. This is because the Norma in general has a bit softer suspension all around, especially let me quickly focus on the chicken. Especially the Ligier is a lot stiffer in the back, which helps it on the first flying lap, but then it turns a bit too much into understeers. The rear tires are giving up. Fabrizio Conti, thank you for the slipstream, buddy. As we run into the limiter, doing 298, and that's literally it for the LMP3. So I quickly going to ramp up a bit on the car. As it is a really nice addition here of the rFactor 2 development. The car itself is nothing too special, as we are basically having, you know, another LMP3 out there. They are not too different from each other, as they have the same engine, they have the same aerodynamic specificity, or the same aerodynamic setup, so to say. They all three come with a low downforce, a high downforce, and a Le Mans aero package, which make them raceable in all sort of circumstances. Beyond that, they look a bit different, especially the Ligier got their distinctive light bulbs out. So as you can see from the front of the car, the Ligier, it reminds you a little bit really of the front end of the Ligier LMP2 car, so that you can see it's coming really from the same house, so to say. Other than that, really, the cars, I think they improve the handling, especially with the traction control now available to the Ligier and the Norma M30. They are a lot improved. They are more easy to drive. They are not as erratic and oversteery on the initial throttle application. So you can see that the car is pretty stable. It is a lot more stable than it used to be, and same goes for the Norma. It's not just the Ligier that is going so nicely around the turns. Anyway, that is it about the new Ligier JS P320 here on our channel. And if you're interested in buying the car, I can only suggest you to have a look at the channel description below, where you can find the link for the car itself if you just want to get the car, or you want to have a look into the quarter 2022 package that not only includes the Ligier, but also the BMW M4 GT3, the iRacing Dallara, not iRacing, the IndyCar Dallara IR18, and the Daytona track. So that's it for the LMP3 car. But of course, stuff is going on as we are just making our way back into the server. So we hit the drive button and then we are loading back into the server. Oh no. Copy. We return to the main menu. This is a bit of an issue now, I think, as the server becomes a bit more full. Would be quite fun to not make it back to the own server. Eh? I've ran into a bug. MH10 release party, add favorite, let's go. Gluck drive. Okay, we restart rFactor 2 real quick. It is a bit of a overload, of course. Coming up there. Okay, let's get going again. Sorry for the short interruption though. No Bim Bam Gaming so far. It's the most setups are essentially being worked out for race. For the race trim. Oh, that's a shame, Sven. Yeah, it could be the fact that the server's just too crowded now, but we're trying to make our way back into it. That's for sure. I'm afraid though, we may have to go on with offline driving, which would be a shame, but well, would show us how the new UI is working. Anyway, trying to make it back to the grid, into the multiplayer MH10 release party. There you go. Yes, please join. Should have probably never left the server. Copy. Keep trying. The same favorites. It's a bit of a shame, eh? Can't join my own server. I mean, obviously can't tell people to get off so I can get in. Won't do it. We'll leave the people on with the server if they are. There we go. Just had to try a little more often. Anyway, coming to the BMW M4 GT3, the latest edition of Studio 397 to the already existing 13 car GT3 pack. And well, what to say? Just position lights on and off, no more upgrades, which is kind of great because that means you cannot get lost in setup, you cannot get lost in, I don't know, whatever you can basically get lost in packages and everything. Anyway, so the BMW M4 GT3 has not only been the recent addition to the GT3 class worldwide, because obviously BMW pulled out with the M6 to replace it with the M4, and I will be particularly interested to see how this car will drive and actually compare to the other GT3 cars around, especially when adding a new single car to the class, so the BMW to the GT3 class. It will be very interesting to see what this does with the overall balance of performance. Getting a new car into an existing field can be very dangerous in terms of it can quickly screw it up, as in the new GT3 car being just too good. or just too bad, which make it either popular or very unpopular in the overall consumption. Anyway, something I want to quickly point out before going onto the track. Look at this nice feature with the multi-class sorting of the event list. It's just great. Green the GT3s, purple the LMPs, and black the IndyCars. It's just great. Going to the setup, I'll keep it 50 liters, everything fine, just keep it standard. Minimum tire pressure as per usual, maximum brake pedal force. I just really keep it everything the same. Obviously you can set spring rates, front back, you can set bump stops, dampers, right heights, anti-roll bars. That's the only thing I'm gonna put on 0. Let's see if that still exists, and the rear wing to P1, since we want to have maximum speed and performance. Wheel range, I tend to just set it to what I will use anyway. So let's get going. Sasha, yeah, it is no surprise that those tires are old, because getting the tires to the new tire model is just not something that you can just put the tire on. You need to rework on the chassis, you need to rework on the suspension, you need to rework on a lot of things, and it took quite some time to do this for the LMP2 car for the Le Mans Virtual Series. Oh no. Why are you doing this, Jesper? He just wants to fap on me. Copy. We are looking. Jesper, one of his biggest qualities besides being utterly quick is being utterly quick from the very first lap on. So I will look pretty bad, despite giving my best to not look too bad right now. Anyway, we have a BMW in the background. Look at that enormous jumbo jet just landing on the airport. You can see still the tail of it going down behind the wall. Arguably, Jesper has done some laps already in the car though, so it's quite unsurprising that he is a lot faster at this stage. But what we can already test like this is, how's the slipstream looking? How is the drafting going to be? So Jesper, right? Oh no, scene, guys, I'm so sorry. What was the scene looking at? No sound from the game, that is actually true as well, so we already got a bonk. Massively sorry about that. Thank you for pointing out. Oh, how nice does that GT3 go over those chicken curbs? It's so nice. What a bump draft. Thank you, Jesper. Audio should be up now. Excuse me of having it not up before. So, how's the BMW feeling? I have no idea yet, because first lap car feels obviously good, just because old tires. Sound is pretty nice. It looks very accurate indeed. ABS is working brilliantly. So far it looks pretty solid, but again, it's just the first time lap. The Audi also looks just pretty solid in the first time lap. What you can interestingly see about the dash, there is a lot of information. You've got fuel, you've got tire temp, you got traction control map. That is all changeable, and the ABS map is on it too, which would be pretty interesting to see how it is from other cars, whether you can see your opponents using the same settings than you are. The car has not, the GT3 car doesn't have the new tyre. Neither of the GT3 cars have, which is why you can't give it to a single GT3 car. That would be the biggest imbalance you could ever create. So BOP impossible if you give the BMW the new tyre model and no new tyre model to the other GT3 cars. With rFactor 2 having announced that they are now doing quarterly releases of new content, that will pretty much mean that I think they are going to implement, let's say, new tyre models on existing GT3s over the next couple of months and weeks. As it is already announced, May 2022 will be the next update, or the next content update. And I think they will take their time to now work on fixes of the game. They will now take their time to work on the new tire model for GT3s, perhaps. But you know, that's their reasoning out of their announcement to do so from now on. So the rear end gets now a bit slippery. Still, we improved though. Jason Murphy, thank you for the follow here on the Twitch channel. Appreciate it. Does the new tyre model fix some of the low pressure, slide to go fast things? Haven't kept up that much lately. Yes, the new tyre model fixes that, especially the BMW M4 Class 1 DTM car is pretty much allergic against slides and all those drifteronies. You can still do it in the hairpins, but you can do that Scandi flick with every bonk. Thank you. With every car. In rFactor 2, or generally speaking, you can do it with every car. But it is very much unhealthy for the tires to do this. So you don't want to do this at all. Whereas now, obviously, with the old tire, there may be that perception of you can slide it to go quick. But if you just look at the tire temperatures, we're now in the 4th lap. First of all, we have abrasion wear kind of balanced front to rear, and next up, the tire temperatures are kind of the same as well. So we have front to rear on the left side, just 2 degrees difference. Front to rear on the right side, 3 to 4 degrees of difference too. Which is just a clear indication of a very, very balanced tire behavior. Which is great. That is really what it needs on the GT3 cars, in my opinion. As the Audi or the Porsche would now, like, they would have lit up rear tires already, but so far this car stays pretty much in nice balance all around, which is personally by me very much appreciated. Paris MDP, thank you for your follow on our Twitch channel, and thank you for the support. Enjoy the Daytona release party this time around here with the BMW M4 GT3, and I gotta say, guys, again, this is just the 5th lap that we do, but look how balanced this GT3 car is. Not too much oversteer, not too much understeer. Effectively, yes, I am still going to get quicker because I'm still getting used to the car. But look how accurate you can drive it. Yes, there is a little bit of drift sliding going on, but I gotta say, this is a pretty spot on GT3 feeling. Like, yeah, hard on the brakes, early on throttle, pushing the car just with the rFactor 2 tools, I want to say. But it's no drama, you know. Look at the tire wear right now. This is the 5th lap, and we got 3 times 97, 1 times 96, which is just plain balanced. It is really, really balanced. And that, I think, is a big success. Will make the car pretty interesting for the upcoming GT Challenge series as we wait on the announcement of Season 5. So, especially for the guys in the GT Challenge, that will be interesting. And yeah, I agree, the car does have proper sound, and yet, despite the front right is now heating up a bit, look at the left side. They are plain equal. And there is no imbalance between front and rear tire warm-up, which is really, really great. Fifth lap finished. Let's see how the car will behave in the longer run. Yeah, pretty good. A pretty good default setup will surely help the tires, but like in all fairness, this default setup is not too bad at all. I mean, we're about to go identical with our lap time, if not for Papa Jesper to push us. Jesper, of course, a bit more quack. Pink Stripes, thank you for the follow. Really much appreciating that. Oliver, the LMP3 cars do not have the new tire model. I think neither car does, apart from... I'm not sure if the IndyCar has the new tire model, but the BMW has the old one, and the LMP3s have the old one too. But actually, this GT3 car is the proof that the old tire model is not garbage. It can work pretty well when the car is alright. Which this car really seems like to be. Papa Jesper. He will say he had to push me all the time to even make it to 6th gear. That gearbox is a bit odd. We laid on the brakes. Well, losing out on the exit here. But look at it, we're still doing consistent times. It's amazing. I mean, okay, I gotta admit though that Daytona with just a few heavy braking zones and 2 or 3 low speed turns is probably not the most tire killing racetrack in the world. Okay, I forgot bus stop, but still. Could be worse. Now, Papa Jesper, come on, 2 seconds, close that gap. How many cars have the new tire model? The Formula Pro, the LMVS, LMP2 got it. I believe the IndyCar might have it. The BMW M4 Class 1 DTM car has it. There was some other car that may have it. Can't remember. Maybe someone from the community can help out on this one. I'm still doing Gronk. But 44.8 versus 44.1. Car keeps the pace long and nice. And wow. This should feel very more understeery. But it turns nice. It turns nice. It doesn't start to oversteer. It is miles better balanced than the Audi. This was the first sign of excessive understeer though. RJ Bishop, welcome. So, I say this again, it will obviously be interesting to see how this car will fit into, as this was a cut, how it will fill into the big balance of performance compared to its sister cars. JT, the LMP3s, the M4 are still on the old tire model. The M4 DTM, the IR and the Formula Pro, that is correct. They are on the new one, for sure. A little bit of oversteer now kicking in, but it's just manageable. Remember, still standard setup. Just softest rear anti-roll bar, but nothing else. You're welcome, Laurie. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here. Yeah, and if you guys want to support the channel, make sure you follow up on Twitch. Make sure you subscribe on the YouTube channel. If we make 4,500 subscribers by tonight, I'm gonna massively cheer. That would be really appreciated if you guys push the channel that forward. They've said that it's a new tire model. Oh, then it is. If Studio 397 has mentioned it. It just felt like being the old one. So, yeah, just based on my feel, I just made an assumption, which probably was wrong. So let's see after the oversteer. Yeah, it gets a bit more tricky now. Tire balance on the wear is still pretty nice. Tire temperature balance is also still pretty nice. That's very, very fun. R4M Thomas, thank you for the support. That's exactly the way to push the channel to 4,500 subscribers all around. So we're not only done with that. Well, look at that enormous jump. Every time I'm seeing this plane, I'm like, holy shit. The Norma was updated, so if both cars got, well, if the Ligier got the new tire model, then the Norma got too. Gary Allen, thank you for your subscription on the YouTube channel. Much appreciated. You guys are pushing it forward big time. So I hope soon we can get the 4,500 done. While I am trying to keep getting a good lap in that stays below the 1 minute 40.50 mark. Vio Racing, thank you for your follow on Twitch. So, just don't run anywhere because we're still having to look at the Dallara IR18. I already have the 4,500. Well, then I am absolutely happy and have to say big thank you guys for making this possible. You are amazing. So, and I will now try to make this BMW amazing on a single lap. Finally, a great turn one, as we encounter lots of traffic on the exits of Pit Road here. First gear into the International Horseshoe. What? But why? Would this I gotta say that grass is extremely slippery. So that means we'll get a fresh chance to go out on the lap again and see what happened. So I surely want to see. Ruben, was that you? Who was this? I sniped that other BMW rearwards. Oh no. Bonk. Well, again, as I say, I'm gonna take the chance and get ready for another lappy. To see what the car can do, and then obviously we'll jump into the IndyCar, which does have the new push to pass feature, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll check that out for sure. Well, it looked fun for you guys. I can imagine. Bong, yeah. So let's see what can this car do on a fresh set of tires. Sadly, our long run was killed. So time to get on a fresh set and see actually what we need to do. So we have Papa Jesper 7/10 ahead. Oh, I avoided, but I can't avoid this. Oh. Sorry about that. Oh no. Love tap, absolutely. So we give this BMW like another 2 or 3 more minutes, 3 more laps. So far, just from my personal experience with the GT3s, this is a very neutral car. It doesn't feel like a problem I do have with the McLaren, as it feels very neutral as well. It starts to do excessively understeering after some while. The opposite that is obviously the Audi, which starts to excessively oversteer after 2 laps, which is the same tragedy, just opposite direction. Something I would want to have from rFactor 2 is a little bit less ABS assistance. So, I mean, obviously I can turn it down, but you know, even in Assetto Corsa on the correct ABS setting, you just can't smash the brakes till the apex. The car would just understeer or perform very bad, which I would appreciate to have the same here. Let's see whether we can get that in, well, soon or at some point. But for the time being, this car feels just good. It doesn't have this bad behavior of when you are on the brakes and you turn in that the front dips so low that you just completely lose the rear end, which happens in the Bentley so bad that you just start spinning the moment you touch the brakes. The car doesn't have this. Then Yeah, so far I haven't figured the downside of this car. We will probably figure it at some point again. Just because it feels good doesn't necessarily mean it is good. So it could very much be the case that it either consumes too much fuel, has not enough top speed, consumes tires too much or whatever. Although I gotta say again, this pretty much balanced, and I'm pushing the car hard, but you can see the tire temperatures just being very, very great and balanced. I probably haven't done a good job choosing this multi-class car selection, although with the new content being given out today there wasn't much opportunities. And with 41 people on the server, I'm sorry, that server is a bit itchy at times. Yes, Chris Sperto, the Daytona track is official content for rFactor 2. Yeah, the gearbox seems a bit wrong. Or not wrong, but one final lap for it. It's Wits. Hello, how you doing? Christian, this BMW is beautiful for the moment. I don't know how it is with compared to other GT3 cars, but so far driving it, it's just amazingly well. It's just amazing nice. It's good fun to drive it, I think. Tila's Mikey, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, it seems like server stability has re-happened. So we're on the better circumstances again. Now the interesting part will be for me, as I obviously will leave the server now for the final 45 minutes on the IndyCar. Sadly, I cannot start a race in those circumstances with the lags happening and stuff. Well, I don't know what the Audi would do pace-wise around here. Just balance-wise, it is... Oops. Balance-wise, it is a lot more neutral. It's a lot more balanced compared to Audi. It's a lot more stable and predictable. I agree, Yanni. It would be a real pleasure to do it that way now. But okay, I'm just gonna deal with it, whatever it is. Ah. Wrong confidence and stuff. Okay. That's when you overdo it. Anyway, I think we're gonna have a little bit of a look into a little bit of replay section here. What do you mean with that, Jake? I'll gonna find it out soon anyway. So, as we have seen the push from our beloved Jesper Peterson, the BMW, it really feels like a nice car. It's going to be very interesting to be seen where the car really fits in, as in what we are looking forward to in terms of the upcoming BOP that we need, and especially with it need to be fit in the BOP. That's where it's gonna stand and fall with on how good the car really is made. How good is that GT3 compared to the others? Is it too good? Is it too strong? Is it too weak? Is it too slow? We will need to find out. And you know, balance of performance is not just lap time, it's also top speed, it's also fuel consumption, economy. Just generally saying how this car feels on the tire is very interesting, because I've hardly seen any GT3 nor GTE being that well balanced overall. Like we did 6, 7, 8 laps, but the tire temperatures, despite the banking, they kind of stay close together, especially front to rear, which could be a massive issue. That is, of course, very well managed so far by Studio 397. As I've already mentioned during our little long run that we did, considering it is the old tire model still, this is a very well done version of making use of it, which actually shows that this old tire model isn't as bad as everyone is just saying. Yes, it got its flaws. Yes, it got its issues. Yes, it got some cars that are really rowing badly on it. But I mean, if you just look at it, like what it can also be made of when sitting in this BMW. That is really, really nice indeed, isn't it? Like it gives us a proper idea of what can actually be possible with the tire model. But that also gives a little bit of a hint to Studio 397 on what is probably still on their list of things to do for the near future. So we're gonna have a look at the IndyCar right now. So going to leave the server as we see the Drifteroni around the bus stop chicken here in the BMW M4 GT3. I'm not sure if I should make that call, but I think this BMW could be a very nice beginner's car for GT3 drivers, because it's really neutral, you can push it hard, and I think it still pretty much allows for error, it still pretty much gives room for error, room for overdriving the car. So it could be an interesting choice. Again, one needs to see how it compares to other GT3s. That will be shown in the future for sure. But for the time being, this GT3 is looking nice, it's looking fast, it's looking good, it's driving good, and I think this is a really nice product of Studio 397. Surely, just feeling wise, I think one of the better, if not the best and most neutral GT3 around at the minute. And with that, we're bringing the GT3 look to an end, as we are now leaving our server here to check out for the IndyCar, and coming back to our server, as we have been, I think, P4 overall. Not sure if anyone has pushed anything on the setups, but let's see whether we can get in and then talk about noise. The IndyCar IR18. So here it is, the Dallara IR18, and something particularly interesting about this car, this package, is not just the fact that it's been given with data by Dallara, but if you look at those liveries, they are pretty, how shall I say, known to us, aren't they? It is officially licensed Dallara IR18, so officially licensed IndyCar series with official liveries, entity data, all the sponsors, Scott Dixon's car here. We should find the plain yellow Helio Castroneves car somewhere. That's the DHL car. I haven't watched IndyCar for quite some while, I gotta say. Anyway, long story short, this is an official car. This is a very, very interesting addition to the rFactor 2 car family, because you can set a lot of things, rear geometry, descriptions, so you can set it at total different things, all for road course, different roll centers, different anti-squats and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna keep it on standard though to what it was. Probably a complete own magic to think about. So it's not only about the rear, also the front, then track restrictions, Barberston, Petersburg, IMS road course. You have like literally a couple of presets around, which is really pointing to what could be content in the future to rFactor 2. Imagine Long Beach, Laguna Seca, Portland we already got, IMS road course we already got, Nashville, Toronto, Mid-Ohio, Road America, Detroit. You know, what if Studio 397 is thinking about bringing this content in the future to rFactor 2? Remember, rFactor 2 and Studio 397 is now basically owned by an American company with Motorsport Games, so that could very well bring up some interesting things in the future. Steering method, wheelbase, you can still again change and select between, and I want this to stop real quick, between the 118 to 121 inch wheelbase. You got a road configuration, a short oval configuration, and an oval configuration, as well as an Indy 500 configuration. So you see there is a lot of stuff different on the car. You see different aero packages, different rear flaps. So there is a lot of things that you can set. I will run with a transparent halo. 42.9, the fastest time with a car on the GT3s by Jesper Petersen, I think. So we're just gonna take that Dallara and test it out on the track. It's impossible to go through all the different settings right now, but I'll make sure to cover most of them. No, actually that's a lie. I'm not going to make sure I'll cover most of them. It's just not possible. But we're going to take it out for a test drive and see how it feels as it has the new tire model. It's a shame you can't test drive these cars before buying them, as I would love to try them, but can't justify buying them first. So Blair Walton, that is one of the reasons why we are doing the stream, to give you a little bit more of an idea of whether you want to buy it or rather not buy it. But I can assure you that you won't regret buying it, so just do it. Anyway, something says to me that you are not saying everything you know about the content to rFactor 2. I know as much as you do. I am just guessing because, you know, why would you bring out an IndyCar with so many race restrictions or so many track-dependent restrictions when you don't plan on bringing those tracks to the game, maybe? So just thinking out loud at this stage. But again, I have no idea whether that is a thing or not. Anyway, it's not our topic right now, as I am personally just about to go out on track with alternate tires and pretty much the standard setup. Will crank up the brake pedal force a bit. Motorsport Game has license for IndyCar game, so there you go. We have a license for IndyCar game. We have the license surely been given to Studio 397 to these cars, as we can see them with real names and liveries and everything. So there is progress. It just would make sense if more of those American tracks come for an iRacing, for an IndyCar series. Blair, I'm not here for helping you save money. I'm helping you for spending on good content. Where to go, actually? That is correct. As Lucas Schaefers just said, I just think if you buy it, you won't regret it, for sure. Especially since there are a lot of there's a lot of content coming. Not just content coming, there's also a lot of, bear with me, a lot of competitions coming here on the competition system. So that is very much a reason to buy this content and race it, you know. So we have the times back up. Oh no. So still in pit road. Looking forward to race this car around the track. Let's see what it can do. I fear I have to adjust the 6th gear. Got interestingly grip at the front. If not a tad too much. Yep, it's just a 75% transparency, so that's about this. So we now need to have a look at the steering wheel, that's for sure, as there needs to be some push to pass option on it. Because, ooh, dead straight into the barrier. Oh no. I have mapped the push to pass button already, which is what I was doing for preparing on the stream a bit. I'm gonna change the view real quick to this. So push to pass, here we got it activated and deactivated. So we got 150 seconds of push to pass remaining, or push to pass in general, so you need to keep householding with it. And it's pretty much like a DRS button, so you press it and it activates, and you press it and then it deactivates. You even see the front end shifting a bit up and down when activating and deactivating it for the additional power on the car. You probably also see it currently displayed as being attack mode on the HUD. Interesting stuff. And this is obviously a big new feature to rFactor 2, a push to pass opportunity. What happens to the scene? Is there something bad? Nah, this is all great. Julian, why would you want both these buttons be the same? I actually appreciate that push to pass and DRS is separate, so one could use it in literally all sort of cars. Okay, but basically the scene is not full screen overall because it's cropped. Perhaps I have cropped it wrong, but I will turn back to the other view anyway. Where are you, Papa Jesper? You mean I shall bump draft you with a GT3? It got quite some few grip on the front. I would actually be interested to see what the Formula Pro car can do here, but since this car is not even reaching 300 kph, probably have to do it correctly with the push to pass options, or even run a different configuration than I'm doing. Like I don't know, running kinda oval or whatever. That said, in all fairness, I haven't changed the wings yet. Which makes it apparent that, yeah, either someone is on a lot of push to pass, or I just have so much more mechanical grip because of wings. Yeah, let me fix my gearbox and my wings. We really want to go around these curbs of the Le Mans chicken. Big time. Yeah, I'm not yet on the max 6 gear, it seems. First of all, I just want to get a lap time in at all that is free without traffic. In all fairness though, having watched a little bit of IndyCar, I think the car has a tad too much grip. Like in general. Like especially the front is turning a lot. And the rear end, well, it kind of wants to spin a little. But that's about it. I think that the car should be a lot more poisonous and dangerous on the exits. To drive around those curbs and can actually do it well with the car. Kiko, thank you for the follow on Twitch tonight. Much appreciating this. Why would you say it's not that qualitative? Actually, I think it is very nice quality all around. Personally, I think that the Daytona track is kinda dated in its general being. Oh, taxi cab around the outside, which to me means it's more the track that kinda failed to hit some standards, I think, in the real world already. So I don't think it's a Studio 397. Exactly what Yanni says. Daytona is not that quality in real life either. So it's not much that Studio 397 can make different here. So let's see, setup. Longer 6th gear. Bit longer 5th. Potentially also adjusting the other gears a bit. On the wings. First of all, want to remove the anti-roll bar a bit lower on the rear wing, just for a little bit of extra speed. There is no scenery in, well, a little bit in rFactor 2, but also in Daytona there's no scenery at all. They've just planted a little bit of road course strip in the middle of the oval. I mean, you know, even the Charlotte Roval has more activity in graphics and everything. What is about the Daytona track in iRacing? There are some differences indeed. The iRacing track of Daytona has been updated as well. But to me... What? What? Please fix. Maltron, thank you so much for your subscription. Much appreciated. In iRacing, I think you can ride this curb a lot better and you can ride that curb a lot better. Which here you can't ride anything. And then this turn 5 here, in iRacing it feels a lot more fluent, a lot more being kind of just one fluid corner. Whereas here it feels more like being a hairpin. But overall those track versions are pretty similar. I think if anything the biggest difference to iRacing is the upcoming chicane. That said, I haven't driven the new iRacing version yet, but I don't think it has this chicane with those curbs. Sorry about that. Really, really sorry. They added nice planes indeed, so the scenery around it is pretty much spot on, I'd say. So let's have a look. I will do now one lap without push to pass and then one lap with push to pass. Let's see. But I could imagine that the push to pass is quite some time worthy. Oh dear. Twig, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate your support here on the channel tonight. Actually, we're missing just 3 more follows on the Twitch channel for 3,200. So that would be 2 milestones in an evening. If you guys help out on this, that would be amazing. As we are going for another quick one, don't spin. The car is actually very, very unhappy under the braking. Very oversteery in that regard. Short shift is working nice. You clearly see that this is the new tire model because not drifting the car is just so much quicker. You don't lose it. But if you're just plain accurate on it, then this is very, very quick. Johan Kerjan, thank you for being around, thank you for contributing to a great release party event tonight. Straight Max, thank you for the follow. On the Twitch channel, really appreciate that. So, time to find out what it is with the push to pass. Here we go. Romain Rattel, thank you for your subscription on the YouTube channel. Really much appreciated. So, push to pass is on. Don't slide it. Ah yeah, deactivates push to pass every time you lift the throttle. Good to know. Hello, Paolo. You should definitely get new DLCs because, as you may have seen, rFactor 2 announced that there is more content to be used in the competition system servers. Especially the competition system now runs a series for 3 weeks, for 6 weeks. There is currently a Dallara IR qualification event going on. There is a BMW M4 qualification event going on. So let's see if that push to pass deactivation is keeping on. What do you think about the mechanical grip in the Dallara as opposed to the Formula Pro aero grip? Is a lot different than I thought. I think it is a bit too much. If I'm all honest. So, push to pass has reactivated a full distance. I mean, it kind of makes sense every time you get out on track to get fresh push to pass, because you know it's really in the race where it matters to be limited. So anyway, coming back on the topic though, I believe, oops, this car has a bit too much aerodynamic, mechanical grip all around. As I already mentioned, the way you can accelerate this out of the turns is pretty interesting. And I gotta say, it's a bit too easy. I know I warned a lot about the FSR Indy Pro. But that one was overdone in other ways. Whereas I think this one is a bit too grippy. I think it is a bit too much rotating as well. So let's get going with the lap. So I see a 28.8, I have a 31.3. It's not like I want to entirely take it back on what I said, but I still think it's a bit too much grip. Mateusz, the track is as per usual $7.99 and the car is $4.99. You can find the Q1 content release bundle though for $16.80. If you type in !join into the chat, then you'll get the link. I don't quite think that people are... Let me see what I can else change on this car. Is there a different final by chance? Yes, you can go a click longer on the gears, actually 2 clicks longer. I think 1 click will already do the job, especially in the straight line speed. And then, speaking about the wings, how low can we get them? 10. See what the front's doing. 10. Let's at least keep the balance of 10-18. Then we stiffen the front anti-roll bar by a click. That should help big time. I increase the packers a bit just to keep the rear clear from the ground. Keep the steering pinion obviously back. Wait a bit to the back. There's so much stuff to change on an IndyCar. Holy F! Like, I'm not even sure if I want to make a setup guide at all on this car at some point, because I've no idea how to set it up, in all fairness. But I want to seriously see whether I can tackle the 28.8, 1.5 seconds ahead of us. I think with a little bit more confidence in the car. And of course, 6th gear hitting at 308 on the limiter is not optimal either. We got 15 minutes to go and we're gonna use them all. Just for some little bit of fun. Overall, I think this IndyCar is a great race car. Compared to the Dallara DW12, I think there is a lot of stuff that you can do with this car on the setup. I think there is a lot of stuff that you can do with this machine in general. Aha. So taking away the wings has made this car a lot more lively. Let's see if this is all still flat. So yeah, after taking away the wings, this is more what I think the IndyCar should feel like. I'm not sure if it's intended to feel like this completely, but that's how it feels like. At least with the lower wings, which is noise. I appreciate that feeling a lot more compared to the other feeling, but let's see. Still goes kinda nicely through that chicken. Anyway, push to pass mode on. Let's see how quick the car goes. What did we do before? Oh no, still too short. Copy that, need even more. So just gonna go click that next final. Let's see if this better. So guys, I appreciate your time tonight. Hope you are enjoying the new content in the future and hope you are enjoying the stream tonight. if you do enjoy, I would enjoy if you guys show your support and follow up on Twitch, subscribe on the YouTube channel, help us grow in this community to something real great. It is already real great, and it would be even greater if we have one more follow on the Twitch channel to make it 3,200 for tonight. That would be awesome, simply amazing, as I am trying to yeah, put in a faster lap time. Amazing, Annette de Jong. Thank you for becoming the 3,200th Twitch follower. Much appreciated. Thank you. And of course, once again guys, if you have not done already, make sure please you subscribe to the YouTube channel also to get access to our shorts, to our funny clips that we have on the YouTube channel, to get access to Michi's eSport diary, where you are enjoying behind the scenes stuff, where you are enjoying background information of everything that's going on here. Lucas, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch, appreciate it. And of course, if you appreciate us big time, if you really want to get involved and support this channel even further. So now I'm going slower, copy, wrong again. Oh, nearly dead. Also, probably important to know that maximum time of attack mode, no, not attack mode, but maximum time of how is it called? For God's sake, Michi. Help, guys! Push to pass. That is what I was looking for. Maximum time of push to pass is 20 seconds. In a, like 20 seconds in a straight, how shall I say this, period. Very interesting indeed. I hope that I think this push to pass can be brought to many cars, and I think it is a new key element in the Studio 397 simulation in rFactor 2, will enable a lot of possibilities for a lot of different kind of cars, a lot of different types of racing. Like I could imagine FSR to use DRS and push to pass on the Formula Pro car. This is probably a possibility. I'm not sure if it can be done, but I believe the general technology would allow for it now, so that is surely something that can be done. Anyway, 7.5 minutes to go. I'll still have to somehow find 1.5 seconds on our lap time. I think we can do that with the wings and the straight line speed. Jake, thank you for being around. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Can't wait to have the statistics up. Very oof. So let's go. Can already tell you a flat spot at the tire. It's already wobbling. Oh no. I'm so sorry. I cannot believe it, like I just want to do a seeing the flying lappy. But I can't. Just can't. Yep, Will Ruff, you can set the halo to 75% transparent. Okay, more wings. Where are the wings? Click more on the front. I hope I get a clean lap, a free lap in. We got 5 minutes to go. Perhaps I can chain a good lap time in. That would be great. So, what do you guys think on the new content? Would appreciate straight to race after practice runs out. That is a good call, actually. Just for some fun memes. I have no idea what kind of starting procedure is set though. Dennis Jordan, are you around? Have you by chance seen what it is? Or what is the race setting? I hope it's just some 10 lap or 10 minute race. Could be good fun, but that's about it. So, let's go. First lappy. Can we do it? F. So I'm actually over a tenth slower than before already. So 4.5 tenths. Let's push. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make it 1.5 seconds till the end of the lap. Especially not with this traffic right ahead. Let's see. It's gonna get close. Probably not close enough. 1.5, 6, 7. 2 tenths were lacking. Well, it's P2. Let me check on the settings what it is for the race real quick. It is a 10 lap race. Let's go. That's gonna be good. That's gonna be fun. For the race itself, though, I will change back on some setup stuff. I don't want to be running out of car performance, actually, just because of the push to pass possibility. It looks good. I still would appreciate this gearing thing there to be improved. 4.4 for 10 lap race. We need. I just put in 50 then. Sean Dot, hello. How happy would you be if you found out that active track temps are coming this year? Well, actually not too much, because I mean, okay, you can always talk about how realistic is everything, especially when we're talking about like, you know, in rFactor 2 there's always the perfect road condition, unlike iRacing, where every single bit is just dynamic and changes all the time. But yeah, I think that some active track temperatures would be very nice indeed. Like, would be a great addition to the sim itself, would be a great addition to the to the simulation and the realism factor of the sim, that's for sure. Anyway, we're coming up to a race which you guys are going to enjoy right now, right here. And well, it's just, you know, a 10 lap race, nothing too specific, but yeah, we're checking on I have no idea, Janius. I guess it is standing start. We will see. Whatever it will be. I hope you guys will enjoy the race coming up. 10 laps in the Dallara IR-18, in the LMP3 class, and the GT3 BMW. It's going to be fun. So pit. I think no one really left on the lap, is it? Oh, damn it. So, I assume it will be lagging a lot, but nothing I can do on that now. Anyway, live timing shows we got still 2 or 3 cars out on track, but I will go session controls straight to race. Thank you, Vitor Ventura. Appreciate your words. I really hope it will keep growing. rFactor 2. The new content today will certainly do its part in this. Guys, tomorrow, 8 PM Central European Time, we will be live on Traction GG on the Twitch channel, doing some new content racing, of course. Oh no. So yeah, as far as I can see, it is standing start and no formation lap. Let's see. Oh no. But why? Why is there a fucking safety car? Oh shit. Bonk! Sorry about that. You made 147 with the Audi. It's just too laggy as well. Anyone how to get the safety car into pit road? What is the command for it? Risto, you have an idea? What is the command for? Well, 1 lap to go. Safety car is coming out pit road now. So it should go green next lap. Well, if we get a rolling start, it's probably not too bad after all. I will reopen the server for practice after we are done with the race. So everyone that still wants to join, exclamation mark, join into the chat. You guys can still enjoy a little bit of testing around here. Very nice. It increases the laps. So we get a 10 lap race, which actually means save the fuel. Where is Jimmy? I think push to pass doesn't burn any fuel at all, if I'm not mistaken. Engine magic, Järni. I don't know, maybe it does burn additional fuel. Safety car coming in? No. Oh, it does. We get Gavin. Green, 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 green. Push, push. Actually push the bars. Let's go. I'm checking for you, Yanni, where the power is coming from. That will give the next yellow, I'm afraid. No yellow, please. Vitor Ventura, thank you for becoming a subscriber on the YouTube channel. Much appreciated. So this lap, fuel consumption 4.11. Yep, damage is off. I've enabled this feature on the server. So a lot of push to pass used now, thoroughly for you, Yanni, so that we can evaluate the impact on the fuel. None. 0.05 liters. We burned more, which is pretty much nothing. I will try to keep less to no burn to see the direct difference. This IndyCar is very much fun though. Despite I think it got too much grip mechanically, I think it's a fun car to race with. Will be pretty interesting and difficult to set it up, I assume. So Mikel now is on a push to pass. I kept it steady now. No push to pass for me right now. Got loads of draft though. Still no push to pass for me. 403 on the fuel. Yeah, this push to parts will be an interesting strategical element, that's for sure. Classic multi-car racing. Oh, no. Yeah, surely my car isn't the fastest in the corners. Ay. Ooh. Four laps to go. Ay. Michi, but why? very good. Yeah, I got penalized for it anyway. So using the apron is obviously not allowed. It's very nice that we have this prohibited with a straight stop and go. No, it's a drive-through for cutting the track and gaining an advantage. That is very nice though, because that's exactly what we want. Now we just get an off track on iRacing. Here it's a straight drive-through. You commit for it, you pay for it. That's great. So we tried this. Very nice. And we got 1 lap to go after this one. Yeah, exactly, that's not an off-track in iRacing, so I appreciate this one here. One lap to go. Stupid, so stupid. Completely flat spotted the tires. Nice job! Oh yeah, that LMP3 kills... Yeah, completely kills my race now. Nice. Sorry about that. I'm honestly really sorry. Who did I kill now? Nah. Yeah, there goes... Ah, his tire. I'm so sorry. But... I mean, okay, grass isn't designed to grant much grip anyway. But that's a little too little. Yeah, come on, through that. Yeah. We need to fix this. Bonk. Yeah, anyway. How to rejoin in this area without killing one? Ah, the arms. You hear the rattling? Anyway, 11 lap race. That was big fun though. Despite it was a bit of an, let's say, interesting one. Yeah, and it was the final lap. It was 10 point whatever. Okay, I want to have a look at the incident real quick. Yeah, the LMP2 clipped the curb, which why he was sent wide. Otherwise he wouldn't have probably even done it, but at this point it was already too late. I mean, I wasn't fully on the brakes, but as you can see, the car, like, it didn't just go... Oh no. Who was that poor guy in the BMW? Please don't tell me it was race leader. Oh no. I'm so sorry. Wait for it. He has no idea that something may happen. You can see it down here. Potentially. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but I'm so sorry, really. Like, he waits for that guy for the dive bomb. Like, he waits. Oh, he didn't touch me. Bong. I'm so sorry. I'm incredibly sorry, really. I'm so sorry. But this is just... Bim Bam Gaming, thank you for your subscription on the YouTube channel. Step, I'm so sorry. Oh no. Guys, Seb, I'm so sorry, really. So sorry. Killing. And then he lost the other tire. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if there needs to be a fence would be nice, but yeah. Anyway, I will put on the restart weekend so you guys. Yeah, I took him out for letting the leader by, kind of. It was. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But yeah, we need to fix this grass somehow. Yeah, news. That's not what I was supposed to do. Anyway, guys, that's gonna take us to the end for this one. That's it was a fun race till last lap. That's hands down my fault, but I should not go wide in turn one and everything is fine. Anyway, guys, I appreciate your time tonight. I appreciate your dedication, your support, your views, your follows, your subscriptions, probably your short clips, whatever. Really appreciate this evening. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you will keep this going in the future. Hope you guys want to join our Discord server, as Vitor Ventura has just announced, well, not announced, has just triggered the bot to give him the invitation for our Discord server. Beyond that, guys, if you want to support our channel, please make sure you follow up, you subscribe, become a member on YouTube, become a subscriber on Twitch. Feel free to hand us donations so we can invest a little bit more into streaming, getting a proper microphone, getting a proper camera. This is all still stuff in my head. I haven't forgot about this. It's just the moving house and stuff is just carrying on so much. And last but not least, a final call: www.improveyourlaptime.com, the new setup shop for rFactor 2. Check it out. I will put it in the chat. So you can click on it. Improveyourlaptime.com. rFactor 2 setups, possibilities of booking coaching, possibilities of adding setups to be done onto the wish list, and we will have a look at it. The setup team around 3 guys: Fabian Root, Mike Froome, and me. We have worked on this project for like half a year now, and finally be able to share the news. We'll probably share this news a little more often in the near future. But anyway, guys, I thank you very much for a great evening tonight. Hope you have enjoyed the stream. Hope you have appreciated the welcome party all around. And yeah, hope to see you guys back in the future here on Michihoy Sim Racing. Thanks for your time, guys. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central European Time, we're live on rFactor 2 again with the rFactor Tuesday on Traction GG. New content racing's coming up, so that's going to be great. Guys, thank you for your time. See you there. Bye-bye.